The Adventures of David Byrne in Kankakee. So, what happens when you take an eccentric rock and roll star and put him in a small Midwestern city? Well, just about anything. It's time for the Adventures of David Byrne in Kankakee. Here at the Bill Yohnka radio show, we took David Byrne, the lead singer from the Talking Heads, and we brought him here to downtown Kankakee, Illinois. We gave him a loft apartment above a Christian bookstore. We gave him only the necessities, coupons for free bowling, and health food store peanut butter, the kind you have to stir up. And we actually, well, that's all we gave him. His goal? Well, his goal was simple. Form a band, but not just any band, a band that plays instruments made of recycled things found within the city limits of Kankakee. But for an eccentric rock star, that part's easy. Most art rockers from the 1980s scene in New York City did that very thing at least once. But what is harder is that he has to convince one of the candidates for mayor of this fine city to hire his band to write and perform radio jingles and play at the candidate's victory celebration. This isn't just any reality show. No, not at all. Well, first off, it's on the radio. That's a little different. But we also see what happens to David Byrne, former lead singer of the Talking Heads, when he stops being nice and starts being real here in Kankakee, Illinois. This week's episode, we find David Byrne at the Kankakee Public Library.
Can I help you?
Yes, I wanted to see about getting a library card.
Okay, I need to see your ID. Do you live in Kankakee?
Sure.
Actually, is that your barrel of wiper blades there? You really can't bring stuff like that in here.
Oh, no. Actually, that's a drum set.
Well, no, I think that's a barrel that has a sticker on it that says, Silky Says Relax. That should be on the curve on Indiana Avenue. Those barrels are there for a reason.
Can I just put the set outside for now?
I think that's a good idea. Goodness. I think there's water leaking out of that one. Oh, just get it to the tile.
David Byrne isn't making a very good first impression. He has a long way to go to get that library card, and along with heading up the hottest band in town.
Okay, so, do you live in Kankakee?
Yes, but see, my ID says New York City.
Well, do you have any bills with your new address on it to prove that you live here?
I'm living here temporarily.
So you aren't from here originally, because you look real familiar.
I was in a band for a while that was popular. My name is David Byrne, and I have been on TV. I am doing this radio reality show now.
Radio reality show. That sounds like a bad Bill Yohnka thing he would do just for entertainment. Radio reality show? Goodness.
I think he has something to do with it.
David Byrne. You were in the Silhouettes or something, because you look like the Byrnes from the West Side. You know the guy that is the photographer on Station Street, and there are the others.
No, this is my first week in town living above the Love Shop. I was in the Talking Heads. The band, we had some songs in the 80s that a lot of people knew.
Were you the guys who wore the red hats and did the Whip It song?
No, those were other guys. Actually, I'm trying to start a band here in Kankakee. I could use someone who could play a whip.
Well, Nick on the third floor, he plays cello, and he's sort of like you.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I meant that. I mean, he's artistic, dreamer, and I think he would be open to being in a band with a whip. You know, as long as nobody was hurt.
Find out what happens next week as our reality series continues, The Adventures of David Byrne in Kankakee. Will he get a library card using the Love Shop as an address? Will Nick join the band? And will they heed Silky's advice and be cool, my babies? We'll find out all that next week when we hear David say,
"There is water at the bottom of the ocean."
Hey, David, you're supposed to say something intriguing that will make people want to listen next week. That was just a lyric from one of your songs.
I'll keep that in mind.
Join us next week on the only celebrity reality show on the radio, The Adventures of David Byrne in Kankakee. Yes, she will. And our reality program, David
Finally,
Byrne.
we got music.
What's that?
Finally, theme music for a show.
Well, I had a little time while you guys were talking.
Well, Cops has been.
Well,
We've been looking for theme music forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need something.
something
dramatic.
like that. Yeah. Again,
Bill Yohnka, Frontier Announcer, we probably need some nice old West kind of, those old intros like Gunsmoke had.
yeah, one of those kind of things. Well, that's one project for next week. Next week I think the
music and sound effects.
music and guess who know they're going to be on the radio.
Yes, and we have one, right? And he knows.
He knows. Oh yeah, he's looking forward to it.
Okay.